Hello and welcome back to Beltmatic. We, at the end of last episode, unlocked the subtractor. So we're going to actually start working on number 29 to get the subtractor up to the same upgrade level that the rest of them are at, which will be, we need this to be at 0.5. It's at 0.2 right now. But first thing let's do, I've built a small subtractor setup down here. We just got to copy this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is our subtractor setup. For when we need it, it's ready to go. I'm going to do 5 times 5 is 25, plus 4 is 29. So there's a 5 up here that we have some extra on, and there's a 4 right here. So let's set that up right here. So here is the multiplier, 5 times 5. That'll give us 25. Add 4 to that, that'll be 29. We can just take that down to the... It's hard to see the arrows now that they're moving so fast, you can't tell which direction they're moving. So we're going to bring that down to here. We're going to move this over to here. And that should be 29s, so that'll get that going right away. That didn't take more than 2 minutes. 477, wow, that's a big jump. Alright, so we're going to work on 365 next. That'll unlock level extraction 9s, so that'll be good. Now it's getting a little more complicated here, so I did 365 divided by 8, got roughly like 45 something, but we can't do 9 times 5 because we don't have 9s yet. So what I ended up doing was 8 times 8 times 5 gives me 320, which is 45 short. And then 8 times 5 again would be 40. So all I have to use is 8s and 5s. So it'll make more sense when I put it down, but let's find 8s and 5s. 8s and 5s I think we're up here. There's an 8 here, there's a 8 here, there's a 5 here. This is what we need. Let's just grab these 8s and 5s here. This one will be 8 times 8, this will be 64 times 5. This will be 8 times 5, which is 40. This will add the 5 to it. Let's just start setting it up so we can keep track of it. So this is 8 times 8. This will come down here. That goes into there. Now we need a 5. This will come down and get added into here. We need another 5 over here. Eight over here, that'll be 40. We need to take this result, put it into there. That'll be 45. 320 and 45 is 365. So that worked out good, just finding numbers that worked, that was like 8, 8, and 5, so we didn't have to bring a whole bunch of crazy numbers in. It's easier to find a spot on the map for that. With 9s about to be unlocked, we can probably go after this 477. Basically, if I divide 477 by 9, it's 53 even. So we could do 9 times 6 is 54. And then we could use our new subtractors to get -1 from that. So we would need 9s, 6s, and 1s. So let's find a spot on the map with that. This looks like it'll unlock 11s next. So I guess there is no 10s on the map. That's kind of unfortunate. 9s, 6s, and 1s. There's some up here, I believe. Let's zoom way out. It's easier to see. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a 9 here, 6 here, a 1 here. So that'll work for us. We'll do 9 times 6 first. That'll be 54. We'll subtract 1 from it. That'll make it 53. And then we'll just times it by 9 to get 477. Alright, this one has a relatively simple setup. We have 2 multipliers, 1 subtractor. This can be the 54 here. 54s can come out down to here. Go straight up to here. Oh, I guess we actually have to make sure that this is A minus B. So I think we want the bigger number here. That should actually work out. Grab the 1 from here. Looks like there's an 11 on the map there. Back down here and in here. Need another 9. And that comes over here and over to here. We're going to do 415. I just divided it by 5. It comes out to an even 83. So the closest thing I could think to that was 9 times 9 is 81. So we'll do that. 81 plus 2 is 83. Times 5 will be 415. So we need 9s, 2s, and 5s. 9s are looking pretty scarce. Maybe as we go farther out, there's a lot more of them. Oh, there's big numbers out here. There's 25. There's 12. 23. That's crazy. I didn't know it goes up that high. So we have to make some intermediate numbers here. Let's grab this. Make our 9s. That is 6 and 3. It'll be 1 set of 9s. We need a second set of 9s. That is 2 sets of 9s. We just need the 9s into here and here to make 81. 81 comes down to here, over here, and we add 2 to it to make 83. 83 comes up here, it looks like. What do we need? 83 times 5. Where's the 5 at? 5's down there, so let's go ahead and rotate this. And just delete this. Put this into here. And then grab our 5. And that should be whatever number we were after. I don't even remember what we were after. 415, I think. 415 it is. We're waiting for those to be delivered to the hub. We can take a look at the upgrades. I think we'll just focus on the belt upgrade first, I guess. 984. That is actually, so if I do 9 times 9 times 9, it gives me like 729, which leaves me 255, which we are already making right here for the extractors. But if you look at the upgrades, I think we have enough of these delivered. We have 22,000 of them delivered. So I don't know that the next one will be more than 16,000. Although this is 10,000 here, so it actually probably will be higher. So I think we'll use this 255. I just won't delete it. In case we need it, I can put it back on the belt. So I'll just grab some. There's 8 and 1, 7 and 2 here, so we can make some 9s out of this and just set up some 9s for 9 times 9 times 9. So get us our 9s, these green ones here, and this will be 9 times 9, and then that result times 9. So that should get us up to 729. Then we can add the 255 from over here. All set up. We should have 729 over here, which we do. We just got to bring that back over to here somewhere and add these two together. That'll be good there. Well, this will give us 984, which is what we need right here for belt level 5. Alright, so this is getting a little repetitive, so what we're going to do is come up with a setup that basically creates any number for us. I was hoping to wait till we got to unlock exponential, but we'll do a setup in the meantime to get us going for anything under 1,000 anyway. So my thought is I will make a setup of machines that creates 100, and then I will just have it multiply it by whatever number we need. So if take 547 for instance, we would need 500. So I would have a setup of machines that makes 100, times it by 5, that would give us 500. Then have a second setup of machines that makes 10, times it by 4, I would get 40, and then just add 7 to it. So I would have 500 plus 40 plus 7. So let's work on some kind of setup like that. Just come up here and work on setting something up. So the first thing we need to do is get 2 sets of these, and we'll basically make them add up to 10. So this will be 10, this will be 10. So then all I'll have to do is multiply those together to get 100, and then we'll multiply a final input down here somewhere that basically these 3 sets here will make 100, and then we'll just enter 1 through 9 in here, and it'll make 100 through 900. See what we can work out. These will be 10s, these will be 10s. Let's see if we can somehow rotate this one. I wish you could mirror it, but I don't think you can. So let's rotate this one like this, and then we will see if we can, I don't know if I drag these belts down this way, if it'll, looks like that worked. So I think that worked. Looks like it kept everything, so that'll be good. So that way we can put these 10s will come up in here. This will come up to here. So this will come out of 10, this will come out of 10, this will make 100. Then we'll grab this one here. Put it, we actually want something like this. So we'll put that lined up with that. So this will be the 100 coming down here. Oh, that's 1 off. I want it to be, here we can make this, we can still make this work. Move this down 1. So this will make sense once you see what I'm doing, but so that is the 100s coming down and around and back in. We're going to have another input into the machine right here. This will basically come down here, go into there. And this will be our output. So I could probably try to consolidate this a little bit, but my thought is here, so what I'll do is this will come down here. Let's see, first off we would want this one to come into here and down to here. So my thought is we could put any numbers in here that we want that equal 10. So I could put a 6 and a 4, 7 and a 3, 8 and a 2, and it would just automatically make my 10s. Then this one down here would be the same thing. So these two inputs, we put anything that equals 10. And this input here, we put down whatever we're trying to get to. So if we're trying to get to 500, we put a 5 in here. If we want a 400, we put a 4 in here. Say we wanted 800, we would just copy the setup somewhere, grab it to say right here. I guess it's going to be kind of sloppy because I would have to drag numbers all over the place. Like I would need these 6 and 4s. I'm just doing this real quick to see if it works. And I would need these 4s over here. So if this works, we can copy it and then set up like a belt of numbers coming in 1 through 9 over here somewhere, and that way we can just pull off numbers as we need them. The 100s are working, so it's going to be 100 times 8, so there's our 800s. Alright, here's the second iteration of it. I just kept it basically the same. These are the inputs for 10. This is the input for whatever I'm trying to get to, so 500 would be a 5. And just, I put the output on this side down here. And then I put a nice border around it and labeled it as 100 so we know what it is. So now I can just move this anywhere and have it set up instantly for 100. We're going to extend this down a little bit and make a setup for 10 inside this box, so that we have a factory that makes 10s as well. So this would be 10 times whatever, 5 would be 50, or 6 would be 60. So if we needed 160, we'd input a 1 here and a 6 here, and that would be 160. So really we can just copy, I don't know, let's just set it up real quick. This comes up here, let's try to line it up so it looks nice. So that would be the 10s. And then the multiplication would be this one here. Right, so there's the 10s. It'll put it, same concept, put in a number and it'll bring us 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever we're looking for. And we'll just copy these here at the end, put them something like this, and it'll output our final number. Just going to add the 100s, the 10s, and this single belt down here will be whatever the last digit is. So here it is in all its glory. We'll see if it works. Got 10s, 100s, and singles down here. So that should spit out whatever number we want. So let's look at the hub here. First number we want is 547. So we just need a 5, a 4, and a 7, which happens to be right where I built it, so that works out. So let's try this out. Let's put in, we need 10s, or stuff that adds up to 10, so 7 plus 3 would be 10. Here, and here, and actually what is nice about this is, actually comes down to here, is once we set up these 10s, we shouldn't have to set them up again really. We can just route new numbers into where this, so this doesn't change now. So really all I have to do is change these 3 belts out. So for instance, we need 5, a 4, and a 7. So the 5 we need up top here. So this would be the 500 here. The 7 is the single one. And the 4, I'm just doing this real quickly. We can make it look better later. So if this works, this should be 547. Then all I'd have to do to get a different number is change the 5, the 4, and the 7, and we would have a whole different number. Looks like it's going to work. So we could just copy this setup everywhere and change it out for a couple different numbers. Alright, so as you can see, it does work. 547 coming out. And now all we have to do is change these 3 belts. So if we want 829, we just do an 8, a 2, and a 9, and we'll get 829. So no calculation needed. All we have to do is bring an 8, a 2, and a 9 up here. So pretty nice. Let's just grab this, take it down to the belt. This is kind of a temporary solution. Once we unlock exponential, we'll probably set up a more permanent setup that we can pass multiple belts into. So that's good there. It's good enough. I'll do a couple of these setups and get these numbers flowing, and then we'll come back once I've unlocked some stuff. Right now I'm not going to go over over every number with you because it's just going to be the same stuff now. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.